Right now, while you're watching this, roughly $16.50 is quietly draining out of the average American household today, and tomorrow, and the day after that. Not on rent, not on groceries, on things that add zero lasting value to your life. Based on median income data, that's over $6,000 a year. Gone. And by the time most people notice the pattern, they've already lost tens of thousands of dollars they could have kept. Here's the part that actually stings. This isn't a rich person problem. It's an everyone problem. And fixing it has almost nothing to do with earning more. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Here's what most people believe about financial stability. You need to earn more. Get the raise, land the side hustle, stack income until the math works. But a 2025 PNC Bank study found that 67% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, up from 63% the year before. And that includes households earning six figures. The problem isn't the income line, it's everything underneath it. My name is Evelyn. I make these videos because the stuff that actually matters about money, nobody teaches it. So I do. If you're someone who earns a decent living but somehow still feels like there's not enough at the end of the month, hit subscribe. This one's going to change how you see your own spending. There are four things I call the four invisible drains. Four ways money silently leaves your life when you're not being intentional about it. Most people can name one, maybe two. Almost nobody catches the fourth one until it's already cost them years. And here's what I want you to watch for. Drain number 3 is the one that quietly wrecks more budgets than credit card interest. For someone on an average income, it works out to about $9.50 a day, just leaking. We'll get there. But first, let me show you what makes the whole thing possible. According to C+R research, the average American spends $219 a month on subscriptions. Not $50, not $80, $219. For someone earning median household income, that's roughly $7.20 a day going to recurring charges, many of which you signed up for once and forgot about. A CNET survey found that nearly $200 per year goes to subscriptions people aren't even using. That's about 55 cents a day. Doesn't sound like much until you realize your brain files it under "it's only a few dollars" and never revisits it. That's mental accounting doing its job. Small charges get sorted into a "doesn't matter" bucket in your head, and they stay there, quietly stacking. It's like a slow leak in a tire. You don't hear it, you don't feel it, but one morning the tire's flat and you can't figure out when it happened. But that's just what you can see. The part that actually drains your financial stability, that's next. Forbes documented a scenario where someone gets a $35,000 raise, real money, and ends up negative $3,200 by year's end. Not because they were reckless, because lifestyle inflated to fill the gap. New car, better dinners out, one extra vacation. Each one felt reasonable in isolation. That's how lifestyle creep works. It doesn't announce itself. It's a series of small, "I can afford this now" decisions that chain together like dominoes. One upgraded expense leads to another, and before you know it, your $35,000 raise has a negative return on investment. Think of it like a goldfish growing to fit its tank. Your spending expands to fill whatever income container you give it, unless you deliberately build a wall inside the tank. For someone on median income, even a modest lifestyle upgrade of $200 a month, better food delivery, a nicer gym, upgraded streaming, works out to roughly $6.50 a day. That's money you had before the raise. You just reclassified it. And if that sounds bad, what comes next is genuinely uncomfortable. According to C+R research, the average American spends $282 per month on impulse purchases. things they didn't plan to buy, didn't need, didn't even remember wanting 20 minutes earlier. For someone earning median income, that's approximately $9.50 a day, every single day. Not on bills, not on necessities, on things your brain wanted for about 11 seconds. Here's the pattern. Your brain overvalues the present. A $40 purchase right now feels like a small thing, but that same $40 not spent, invested monthly over 10 years at average market returns, that's real money. Your brain can't feel future you being richer. It can only feel this thing right now for me. That present bias is the engine running underneath every impulse buy. Now, picture two people, same salary, same city. One spends $282 a month on impulse. The other spends $140, exactly half, and puts the rest into an index fund. In 10 years, that difference alone is worth roughly $24,000 based on historical average returns. Same job, same paycheck, completely different outcome. And the cruelest part? The person spending $282 a month barely even remembers what they bought. If you've made it this far, here's something most people in your situation will never hear. There's a number I haven't mentioned yet. When you stack all four of these invisible drains together, the subscriptions you forgot, the lifestyle upgrades you absorbed, the impulse purchases your brain justified, and the one we haven't even covered yet, the median American household is leaking approximately $16.50 per day on spending that builds absolutely nothing. That's roughly $6,000 a year. Based on median income data, that's about $2 for every single working hour, gone before you ever had a chance to decide what it was for. Most people clicked away before this part. The ones still here are the ones who actually fix this. And in a moment, I'm going to show you the one shift that separates people who stay stuck in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle from people who quietly build real stability. It's not what you think. Now, the one nobody sees coming, the comparison trap. This isn't really about money, it's about identity. You see someone on Instagram with the apartment, the car, the restaurant. Your brain doesn't register, that person might be in debt. It registers, I'm behind. And that feeling, being behind, drives spending that has nothing to do with what you actually want. It's social proof working against you. You're not buying a thing, you're buying a signal, and that signal gets expensive fast. The people who get wrecked by this aren't the ones who know the least about money. They're the ones who measure their life by someone else's highlight reel. When you have a financial cushion, an unexpected car repair is annoying. When you don't, it's a crisis. The difference isn't the car repair, it's the buffer. The fact that you're watching a video about minimalist money rules instead of scrolling through someone else's vacation photos already puts you in a different category. That's not flattery, that's just how rare financial attention actually is. I call what we're building here the intentional buffer, the practice of putting a wall between what you earn and what you spend, not out of fear, but out of clarity. It's not about deprivation, it's about choosing before your brain chooses for you. So, what do you actually do about this? Here's what works. Quick note before the steps. These are general strategies based on median income data and broad financial principles. Your specific situation depends on what you earn, where you live, and what you're dealing with. The steps are real, the numbers are illustrative. For anything specific to your tax situation or investments, a financial advisor is worth the hour. Step 1. The 10-minute subscription audit. Pull up your bank statement right now. Every recurring charge. Write them down. Cancel anything you haven't used in 30 days. This takes 10 minutes, and based on average data, it recovers roughly $17 a month, about $200 a year. That's small, but it's the easiest money you'll ever earn, and it builds the habit of looking. Step 2. The 48-hour impulse rule. Anything non-essential over $30, wait 48 hours. If you still want it, buy it. Studies show that most impulse desire fades within 24 hours. You're not depriving yourself. You're just giving your rational brain time to catch up with your emotional brain. Based on average impulse spending data, this one rule could save someone on median income roughly $100 to $150 a month. Step 3. The raise firewall. Next time your income goes up, a raise, a bonus, a side gig payout, commit to saving at least 50% of the increase before you adjust your lifestyle. Automate it into a separate savings or investment account. This is the single most effective defense against lifestyle creep. The money you never see in your checking account is money your brain never learns to spend. Step 4. The one-number budget. Forget tracking 47 categories. Calculate one number, your monthly free spending allowance. What's left after rent, bills, savings, and debt payments are handled. That's your number. Spend it however you want. When it's gone, it's gone. Simple. No guilt, no spreadsheets, no stress. Just a boundary. Step 5. The weekly money minute. Once a week, Sunday night, Monday morning, whenever, spend 60 seconds looking at your accounts. That's it. No analysis, no planning. Just look. The ostrich effect, the tendency to avoid financial information when things feel uncertain, is what keeps most people stuck. 1 minute of looking breaks the avoidance loop. And once you're looking, you start making better decisions without even trying. This video isn't really about cutting subscriptions or waiting 48 hours before buying something. It's about this. Financial stability isn't built in the moments you earn money. It's built in the moments you decide not to spend it. The difference between people who are financially stable and people who aren't is not intelligence. It's not income. It's intentionality. The decision to choose before the moment of purchase, not during it. Consider two futures. Someone like Priya doesn't act on any of this. She keeps the subscriptions she forgot about, absorbs the lifestyle creep every time her income ticks up, lets impulse purchases stay on autopilot. She's not irresponsible, she's just not intentional. Over 10 years, based on median income data and average market returns, the combined cost of those 4 invisible drains, money that could have been saved and invested, works out to approximately $52,000. Quietly, consistently, invisibly. That's roughly $14 a day she never decided to lose. Someone like James does one thing differently. He gets intentional. Audits subscriptions once a quarter, uses the 48-hour rule, firewalls half of every raise, checks his accounts once a week. Same income, same city, same life. The difference? That same $52,000 kept, invested, working for him. You don't need to become a financial expert. You don't need to live on rice and beans or swear off everything you enjoy. You just need to build a wall between earning and spending and make it intentional. 5 steps, 10 minutes to start. That's what this is really about. And now, you know. Tell me in the comments, what's one subscription or recurring charge you're paying for right now that you haven't actually used in the last month? Because if the answer is more than one, that's exactly where to start. If this changed how you think about spending, subscribe. I make these every week. Straightforward, no fluff, just the numbers that actually matter.